Well, in the Cranbrook courthouse in the Supreme Court of British Columbia, it's the beginning of a sentencing hearing for two convicted polygamists. The one is Winston Blackmore, who has had 24 wives and 149 children, and the other one is James Oler, who has had 4 or 5 wives, 4 on the indictment, and a good number of children as well, although we're not certain what that number is. So what we heard today is that what the Crown is asking for in the case of Mr. Blackmore is between 90 days in jail and 6 months in jail. And for Mr. Oler, they're asking for between 1 month in jail and 90 days in jail. And one of the things that makes this so difficult for the sentencing judge is that this is an offense that has never really been prosecuted or sentenced for in modern history. So she's really got a blank slate to try and figure out what to do with this. And in opposition to what the prosecutors are asking for, Mr. Blackmore's lawyer is asking that he have a conditional discharge. What Mr. Blackmore's lawyer says is that this has taken so long to get it to court. It was first discussed in 1992 whether or not polygamy was in fact a constitutional offense given their right to religious freedom. And it's taken up until now for this to happen. So he's saying that Mr. Blackmore, his client, certainly shouldn't be sent to jail. He's got all of these children. He's got all of these wives that he needs to keep working. And in Mr. Oler's case, we haven't heard anything from him. He has chosen not to have a lawyer. But I think that the amicus, who is a friend of the court, will also make a submission that neither Mr. Oler nor Mr. Blackmore has had a criminal record. This is a first offense. And so the judge should be lenient, and we'll wait to see what the amicus says he thinks Mr. Oler's sentence should be.